Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me here. My name is Julie Barnum. I work at the Laboratory for Atmospheric and Space Physics, or LASP, which is located in beautiful and sunny Boulder, Colorado. I'm part of the management team that helps coordinate Python development with the Python and Heliophysics Community, or PyHC. So today I'm here to talk a little bit about the motivating factors behind creating the PyHC, and then a bit of how we function and what we do as a community. There we go. So before the genesis of PyHC, there are a few different things going on. We had many different Python development projects in heliophysics going on, a whole bunch of disparate efforts, and not a lot in the way of communication between projects to see what everyone was doing. And as such, there are a lot of unidentified overlapping needs in the community with various efforts going on, as well as varying standards for the projects that have been created in varying stages of development. There was also, of course, a lack of organized information about what code did and didn't exist. So if you were creating something, who knows how many other CDF readers had already been put out there. And then finally, we realized there was a potential need probably for generic libraries to exist across all these projects. And that wasn't something that we had really organized before. So in order to help address these and other various concerns, we came up with some strategic goals that we wanted to follow with the PyHC. These included promoting efficient interdisciplinary research, promoting scientific reproducibility, software sustainability, as well as best practices for software development, testing, dissemination, documentation, etc. We also wanted to foster an open source Python software ecosystem for heliophysics research and education, foster an educational and support backbone for the solar and space physics Python community developers. We also wanted to increase awareness of and participation in all the projects that are part of the community, as well as provide a space for all the developers to share lessons learned when creating their projects. Finally, we wanted to also make sure to identify and pursue opportunities for financial support in the community, identify any future development needs the community might need, and identify the best ways to minimize duplication of effort and better encourage collaboration and interoperability between projects. So in order to most effectively carry out these strategic goals, we have a few different regular activities we do as PyHC. These include our telecons, which we hold about every 2 or 3 weeks as schedules allow, as well as holidays. And at these telecons, we have anything from project updates for projects that are already part of our community, as well as project introductions from Python projects that want to go ahead and join our community, or even projects that aren't yet in Python, but want to transition to Python and then join our community and just want help with that. We also have people give introductions for those. We have continued discussions from past meetings and telecons and have outside speakers come in, such as talking about software sustainability, that kind of thing. Also, since the beginning of PyHC, we've made sure to participate in AGU sessions with our poster sessions in order to give our community members an opportunity to advertise what they're doing, identify potential future collaborations, that kind of thing. So we hosted a virtual poster session last year, and we'll go ahead and do that again this year. And then finally, twice yearly, PyHC meets in person for a larger semi-annual meeting, or at least theoretically we meet in person. Last year's been a little different with that, but I think with our last spring 2021 meeting, we finally found the format that works best for us. In any case, these meetings are open to seasoned open source heliophysics Python developers, as well as newcomers to the heliophysics community, the Python community alike. At these meetings, we discuss anything from PyHC project updates, HDEE updates. We hold unconferences whenever we're able to meet in person, but either way, we also hold tutorials and hackathons, which are always popular. We discuss topics relevant to the community, such as, how are we liking the format that PyHC is now? How do we want to steer it in the future? Identifying other opportunities for financial support, that kind of thing. And actually, one of the big topics we had in a semi-annual meeting, I think it was our second meeting, was talking about standards. So we decided at the fall 2018 meeting to come up with a set of standards for the PyHC community that was based on AstroPy standards. And these are comprised of 15 varying standards, including that we wanted to make sure that all the code is organized and provided as part of installable Python packages. We wanted to encourage open development, so making sure code is developed and available publicly. All code should have consistent and stable releases. They should support all of the major operating system platforms. They need to have a permissive license that's in the spirit of open source. They should have some kind of version control, for example, Git with their software. Code should be, clean, easy to read, and follow the PEP8 coding style. It should be well documented, doc streams, that kind of thing. It should be well tested with unit tests and then integration tests, and where possible, automatic testing should be performed. You want to import as few dependencies as you need, as well as make sure to use Python 3 as Python 2 reached end of life, very beginning of 2020. And then we also wanted to make sure that there was, reduction of duplication of efforts and better collaboration between projects so that we could reduce that duplication and then, find better ways to make projects interoperable. And finally, only include binary files where needed to keep all of our projects pretty lightweight. And all projects should adopt a code of conduct that is compatible with the contributor covenant and make that publicly available for all members of the community to see. So more than just having these standards and saying these are what they are, we asked all of our projects to actually grade themselves with respect to these standards. And we have those grades posted on our website for all to see. So yeah, we're always striving to have all of the packages be aware and implementing these standards into what they're doing. So that on its own, just asking projects to do that was a pretty big undertaking. And after identifying other areas where we have some technical needs that just need some more support from the management team, we decided to come up with a PyHC technical lead to have included in our community. So we as a group came up with that job description at our fall 2019 meeting. And we decided that this person would serve as the science and software technical point of contact in PyHC. If you ever had questions, that's the person you go to for that. They would help, maintain and implement these standards that I just mentioned for all the PyHC projects and help them sometimes even perform that grading and get it submitted to our website. They could help the HDEE, I think that's Heliophysics Data Environment Enhancement, funded proposers with their efforts, help new PyHC members who have projects they want to include in our community contribute that code, as well as help maintain the PyHC website, and important to me, assist in planning and organizing all of our get-togethers, our telecons, AGU sessions, and our meetings. So we found the perfect person for that job in June 2020 and hired Sean from last to fill that role, and he's done an excellent job serving as our technical lead since then. So that's just a little bit of introduction to our community, what we do, how we function. If you'd like to connect further with us, our website link is there. We include upcoming telecon and meeting information on our meetings page. All of the packages associated with our community and the grades for their standards are on our project page, etc. The PyHC mailing list is open to all, and how to join is there. We also have an element chat where people can post questions relevant to meetings we've had or just random Python questions they have for the community. You can go ahead and post in the element chat, and that's open to everyone. But yeah, if you have any further questions, if you'd like to know more about how we function and how to apply this to maybe your community as well, create a group like this, feel free to drop me a line. My email is listed. So with that, I will take any questions.